Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sensational Me, aka Seisha. I do not work for a credit card company. I'm basically not a professional. The point of this video is for my generation to know what credit is and how to get a credit card. Now this description won't be entirely in depth. It's just going to give you a synopsis of the whole thing so you know basically what it is. Because I know when some people explain really serious stuff, they just sound like wah 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 wah. The whole time that they're talking about it, I'm just like, can you break it down in Seisha language? Can you please break that down? So that's what I'm here for. You're welcome. So, here we go. What is credit? So the Google definition says, is the ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment based on the trust that payment will be made in the future. I know you're thinking, huh, what? So let me work it out. Credit is basically lending money from a bank and promising that you'll pay them back. And when you borrow that money, you'll be slowly paying that money back over a period of time. What's really important about it, in my opinion, is, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but they say that no credit is bad credit, which is so true because some employers, they actually look and see how good your credit is. Some landlords look and see how good your credit is, you know, whenever you buy a home, because they want to make sure they can trust you, you know, to pay the monthly payments of the mortgage or to pay the monthly payments of the car note or, you know, something like that. So it's really important to have credit, you guys. Credit will basically be your best friend when it comes to buying serious things and being responsible. Good credit means you are trusted. And when you're trusted, you can go out and, let's say, buy a car and you can walk off the lot with it just like that because you have good credit. That car lot knows that you'll be paying them back. But before you even decide to do all this, you want to make sure you check your credit. You can actually go to Credit Karma. I am not being sponsored by this. Credit Karma should hit me up though. That's where I went to figure out my credit and see what's going on. It surprisingly had a lot of different things on there that I didn't even know, like credit cards that I might have applied for in the earlier years. Or it even had like my student loans on there, and I was like, they're stalking me. At the age that I am, which is 21, I don't really think that I need a credit card. However, this is a really good time to start building up your credit, because I think around, I would say close to your late 20s or your early 30s is whenever good credit is really going to be your best friend. Good credit is just important for your future, period. First of all, credit cards are for emergencies only. Let's just remember that. A credit card is a little piece of plastic you have received because you made an agreement with the bank that you were going to pay them back over time. You'll be able to swipe that credit card and be able to get what you want in that moment. But you'll be paying for that throughout the month. Okay, I'm confusing you. Okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's say you have a credit card. You go out to a store. You see a sofa, you swipe your card, you've made an agreement with that bank that you're going to pay them $469. Now, over a period of time, that bank is going to send you a monthly statement that's going to require you to spend a minimum amount. It might be $25, it might be $50, it just depends on how much you owe at that particular time. Now, if you're able to pay back that amount within that month before that monthly statement comes up, that's great. That's fantastic. But a lot of people, whenever they have credit cards, they usually pay the minimum amount so that their credit can build up. But the tricky part is, but if you don't pay back that amount by a certain time in the month, then they will charge you an interest rate. And I know I said I wasn't going to use a big definition, so it's not really a big definition. Sooner or later, with all those interest fees that they're going to add on to that, that's going to be over about $500 when you get ready to pay it all the way off. Each statement comes every month. Mine comes around the 24th or the 25th. And whenever that statement comes, what I suggest is, if you do get a credit card, whatever the minimum payment is that you owe on your balance, I would pay double that so you can get caught up. Make sure your balance doesn't get too high to the point where it's just nerve-wracking and overwhelming to try to pay off. good news for you. If you're 18, you have a steady income, you can apply for a credit card. But there's some little loopholes in there. It's a lot of things that credit card companies, like as soon as you apply for them, they go in depth into your financial history and stuff like that to make sure that they want you to have their credit card. Thought it was gonna be that easy, huh? You thought you could just call them up as soon as you turn 18 and be like, yeah, bruh, give me a credit card, bruh. You want a credit card, bruh? This is my address, bruh. Send me a credit card. Nah, that's not how it works. So you're basically gonna have to go online and you're gonna have to sign up and apply for a credit card. It's just like applying for a job, but they want your DNA sample, your social security number, your shoe size, where your mother lives, where your father lives, how many teeth you got in your mouth, how many hairs on your head. They want those types of things. Yeah, enjoy being harassed and filling that out. No, I'm kidding. But actually, if you're a student right now, you need a co-signer. Hey, if my daughter isn't able to pay or my son isn't able to pay what they bought off of this credit card, I'm gonna have to buy it. So that's the only bad thing about signing up for a credit card early, because then your parents will have to be like, you better pay that credit card bill. And a lot of young kids aren't responsible enough to actually pay, which leads to credit card debt. And a lot of people have credit card debt, and you don't want to have credit card debt. Even after that, they still decline you applying for a credit card. Don't feel bad. Don't worry about it. You can sign up again for another one, and if that doesn't work out, I would suggest you just focus on other things that you could pay for on time that you know that the credit card company will look at and say, hey, she's responsible. You know, if this is really what you want to do, go with your gut. If you're just like, I can't do this, or uneasy about it, then don't go for it. If you're uneasy about anything, you shouldn't go for it. We should call this the Sasha review, because this is basically how I would say it. When you're thinking about credit, think of a number that determines whether you can get good stuff or not. And I know that's a weird way to think about it, but if your credit is poor, then most likely people are going to turn you down because they don't trust you to pay back the payments. But also, if your credit's poor, that can mean that you're just starting with your credit, or maybe something might have happened that messed up your credit, but you could work up to get better credit. To work up to get better credit, there are many ways to do so, but most people use credit cards. Credit cards are used so that whenever you want to buy something within that moment, you can. Think of trust. A bank trusting in you to pay them back. And if a credit card feels as if you won't pay them back, then they won't accept your application. If a credit card company feels like you will pay them back, then they'll accept it. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm not a professional, so at least now you know what it is and it makes more sense to you. But you need to seriously do some research. You need to seriously go out there and figure out more information about credit cards and credit card companies and credit in general. Certain things that I say can really be taken out of context, or certain things that you think you might know, you really don't know. Don't take what I said and just get excited and go get a credit card immediately because you think you know what it is or what's going on. If you want to get a credit card, do some serious adulting and don't just listen to me and say, oh, I'm going to get a credit card. She makes having a credit card so cool, because it's really serious and you have to be responsible. I hope I really helped someone. Welcome back, you stalker. You'll have to need it. What? Today, as you can tell by the, I feel like I'm not straight. Feel better now. This is why I don't need a credit card, because I'm just so childish.